My girlfriend said, "Marry me by next month or we're done. Your choice." I replied, "Thanks for the clarity." Then I helped her pack her things that same evening. When she realized I was actually choosing done, she frantically. Original post: I just experienced the wildest relationship ending of my life, and I need to get this out while my brain is still processing. My girlfriend, 29, and I have been together 3 years. Moved in together about 18 months back into my condo that I own. Things were solid, or so I genuinely believed. We had our arguments like any couple, but nothing that screamed toxic or doomed. Last night changed everything. We're having dinner, just regular takeout, when she goes quiet. Not normal quiet. That loaded silence that means something's coming. I'm eating my lo mein, waiting. I need to talk about where we're going. Standard relationship checkpoint conversation, right? I'm thinking timeline discussion, maybe moving toward engagement planning. Cool, I've been thinking about it too. I'm almost 30. My sister just got engaged. My cousin announced her pregnancy last week, and I'm still sitting here as just a girlfriend. I'm done waiting. I put my fork down. Okay, I get that. We can talk about... No, she cut me off. I'm done talking. I need action. You have until the end of next month to propose. Ring, proper proposal, the whole thing, or I'm leaving. Your choice. I just stared at her, because that's not a conversation. That's a hostage negotiation. You're giving me an ultimatum. I'm giving you clarity. Either you're serious about me or you're not. 1 month. Decide. What if I need more than a month to... Then you're not the one with each other's time. I'm not playing games anymore. Propose or I walk. Simple. Here's the thing. I'd actually started looking at rings about 2 months ago. Had some saved on my laptop. Was planning to talk to her dad sometime in the next few months. Maybe propose before the holidays. Had this whole timeline in my head. But this nuclear option BS killed every warm feeling I had. Thanks for the clarity, I said. She blinked. What? You gave me 2 options. Married in a month or done. I choose done. Her face went through this rapid cycle of emotions. Confusion, disbelief, anger, panic. You're joking right now. Not even a little bit. You just threatened to leave me if I don't propose on your schedule. That's not how this works. I didn't threaten you. I'm just being honest about what I need. You literally said propose or I walk. That's the definition of a threat. And I don't respond well to threats. Baby, wait, I didn't mean it like that. You meant exactly like that. And you know what? It worked. Crystal clear now. We're done. She started backpedaling so fast I thought she might trip over her own words. Suddenly it was all, I was just frustrated, and I wanted to have a real conversation, and you're overreacting. Nah. You don't drop an ultimatum like that unless you mean it. And even if she didn't mean it, the fact that she thought threatening me would work told me everything. I think you should start packing, I said calmly. You're seriously doing this? Right now? You said propose or you're leaving. I'm not proposing, so yeah, you're leaving. I'm just helping you keep your word. The rest of the evening was surreal. I helped her pack while she alternated between crying, yelling, and trying to restart the conversation. We've been together 3 years. And you just threatened to throw it away over a timeline. So here we are. I love you. People who love each other don't issue ultimatums. You're being unreasonable. I'm being decisive. There's a difference. By late that night, she had 3 suitcases packed. Called her sister to pick her up in the morning because she couldn't believe what I was doing to her. She spent the night in the guest room. I slept better than I had in months. Didn't even realize how much stress I'd been carrying until it evaporated. Morning came. Her sister arrived, came upstairs giving me this look like I'd committed a crime. They loaded everything while my ex kept pausing, looking back at me, clearly expecting me to break down and beg her to stay. I waved from the doorway, and that was it. Single again. Condo quiet. Weirdly peaceful. Look, I loved her, really did. But the second she made it a power play, it was over. Marriage should be about partnership, not coercion. She wanted to force my hand, and it backfired spectacularly. Pretty sure I'm about to get destroyed by her family, but whatever. I made my choice and I'm good with it. Update 1. Holy hell, the entitlement is reaching levels I didn't know were possible. The texts started immediately. I'm talking dozens per day. The progression has been wild. First few days, I'm sorry baby, please talk to me, we can work through this, I love you so much. Then, you're really throwing away 3 years over one mistake? This is insane. Now, everyone agrees you're being ridiculous, but you're going to regret this. Each phase getting progressively more entitled and less self-aware. But texts were just the warm-up. Her mom called. I shouldn't have answered, but curiosity got the better of me. We need to discuss what you've done to my daughter. I haven't done anything to her. She gave me an ultimatum. I picked an option. She was trying to have an adult conversation about commitment. Adult conversations don't include threats and deadlines. My daughter is devastated. She's not eating, she's crying constantly. She thought you loved her. I did love her, past tense, but I don't respond to manipulation. You strung her along for 3 years. You wasted her prime years. I was literally planning to propose in a few months, on my own timeline, before she nuked the relationship with an ultimatum. A real man would have proposed already. A real man wouldn't let his woman feel insecure. A real partnership doesn't involve one person threatening the other. We're done here. I hung up. Not playing that game. Then came the home visit. Doorbell rings one evening. Security camera shows my ex, her sister, and her best friend. The entitlement squad. I opened the door but stayed in the doorway. We need to talk, my ex said, eyes already watering. Nothing to talk about. Her sister jumped in. Dude, seriously? She made one mistake and you're just done? That's cold. She didn't make a mistake. She made a calculated decision to threaten me. That's not a mistake. That's a strategy. Her best friend. She has needs. Women have biological clocks. You wouldn't understand the pressure. I understand pressure. I don't understand why that pressure means threatening your partner instead of having an actual conversation. My ex started full crying now. I love you. I was scared and stupid. Can we please just pretend this never happened? Start over? Can't start over. You showed me exactly who you are when you don't get what you want immediately. I'm not interested in that person. Her sister. What about all her stuff that's still here? Valid point. She'd only grabbed essentials. Bunch of her things were still in my condo. I'll box it up this week. You can coordinate a pickup. My ex, that's IT? You're really just done? After everything? You gave me an ultimatum. I chose. Yeah, I'm done. Her best friend got this nasty look. You're gonna regret this so bad. She's amazing. Guys are already sliding into her DMs. Then she'll be fine. Goodbye. I closed the door. They stayed out there for a while. Could hear crying, arguing among themselves. Eventually they left. Here's where it gets stupid though. Got a call from my building's HOA president. We're cool. I own my unit. But apparently my ex called them claiming I illegally evicted her and she has tenant rights. Had to explain. Never on any lease. Paid 0 rent. I own it outright. Sometimes threw money at utilities but no formal arrangement. She was my girlfriend who lived with me, not a tenant. HOA president sighed. Yeah, that's what I figured. She was pretty emotional on the phone, kept saying you kicked her out with nowhere to go. Her parents live 20 minutes away. She's not homeless. That's what I told her. She threatened to sue us for not protecting tenant rights. I said she's welcome to consult a lawyer, but she has no case. So now she's trying legal intimidation tactics. Cool. I spent a couple days boxing up her remaining stuff. While packing, I found some things that made my blood run cold. A wedding planning journal. Detailed. Venues, color schemes, guest lists, budgets, all labeled for when he finally proposes. Some entries dated back over a year. Screenshots printed out, engagement rings she'd sent to friends, time-stamped from 8 months ago. A literal pros and cons list about me. Under cons, takes forever to make decisions and doesn't understand timeline pressure. She'd been building to this ultimatum for months. This wasn't a spontaneous emotional moment. This was premeditated strategy. The manipulation was deeper than I'd realized. Arranged pickup through her sister via text. Short and businesslike. Told her I'd have a witness present because I'm not stupid. My buddy, paralegal, good dude to have around, came over for the pickup. Her sister and best friend showed up. Her sister walks in, looks around. Where's the bedroom furniture? What about it? She paid for half of that, and the couch, and the TV. I actually laughed. No, she didn't. I bought all that furniture before we even met. I have receipts if you want to see them. She contributed to this household. She deserves compensation. My buddy stepped in. Professional as hell. Your sister was a guest with no rental agreement, no purchase receipts for any items, and no legal claim to anything here. Take the boxes or don't, but nothing else is happening. They loaded boxes while death staring me the whole time. At the door, her sister turned back. You know she was apartment hunting yesterday, crying the whole time because everything's so expensive and she can't afford anything nice? You really don't care at all? She gave me an ultimatum, not my problem anymore. You're heartless. I'm realistic, goodbye. Door closed. Thought that was done. It wasn't. Got a text from an unknown number. Obviously her. You owe me for 3 years of financial contributions to your household. I'm calculating what you owe me and you will pay it. Showed my paralegal buddy. He laughed out loud. What contributions? She maybe covered groceries sometimes and split utilities. Maybe $400 to $500 a month for living in a mortgage-free condo worth $500,000. She has zero case, but screenshot everything. Keep records. Blocked that number. But then I got a message that changed everything. Guy I barely know, friend of a friend type. He worked with my ex at her old job before she switched companies. Hey man, heard about the breakup. Thought you should know something. Your ex has been seeing someone from her gym for like 2 months. Didn't know if you knew. I stared at that message. You're sure? Yeah, my girlfriend goes to the same gym. She's seen them together constantly. Getting coffee after workouts, very cozy. Your ex wasn't exactly hiding it. Thanks for the heads up. I sat there processing. She'd been seeing someone else, while living with me, while planning wedding details in her journal, while building up to that ultimatum. The ultimatum wasn't about commitment anxiety or biological clocks or timeline pressure. It was about forcing my hand while she had a backup plan ready. Either I proposed, securing the safe choice, or I refused, giving her the excuse to branch swing to gym guy with me as the villain who wouldn't commit. She'd strategized the whole thing. And when I just agreed to break up without fighting or begging or giving her the dramatic scene she needed, it ruined her script. I did some very casual asking around. Multiple people had noticed her with this guy. She'd been posting gym selfies with him visible in the background for weeks. She wasn't full-on cheating, from what I could tell. But she was absolutely shopping around while still with me. Testing options, keeping her bases covered. And then she gave me that ultimatum, completely confident I'd cave. I texted my buddy the info. His response, holy hell dude, you dodged a missile. The next afternoon her mom called again. I was bored so I answered. She told me everything. Good for her. You should be ashamed, leading her on for 3 years, wasting her time when you knew you didn't want to marry her. Did she mention the guy from her gym she's been seeing? Long silence. What are you talking about? Been seeing some dude from her gym for 2 months. Multiple witnesses, so maybe ask your daughter about who wasted whose time. She said you two were practically broken up anyway. We weren't broken up at all until she gave me an ultimatum, which I now understand was her exit strategy while she had someone else lined up. So yeah, I'm good with my decision. This is still your fault for not. Hung up. Done. Her younger cousin called later. She's always been cool, so I answered. Hey, heads up. Big family dinner this weekend. Your name's coming up a lot. They're painting you as the bad guy who refused to commit. Appreciate the warning. For what it's worth, I think you're right. She's been acting entitled lately. And yeah, I've seen her Instagram posts with that gym dude. She's not as heartbroken as she's pretending. Thanks for being real. Just don't be surprised if her brother calls. He's mad. Sure enough, her brother called that night. We need to talk. Man to man. No, we really don't. You embarrassed my sister. Made her look stupid in front of everyone. She gave me an ultimatum. I accepted the terms she set. That's not embarrassment, that's consequences. You know what she meant. You're hiding behind technicalities. I know exactly what she meant. Marry me in a month or I'm gone. Well, she got option 2. She played herself. You talk about my sister like that again. Or what? You gonna fight me because she tried to manipulate me and it backfired? Grow up, she made her choice. Hung up, blocked him. Then the letter came. Regular mail. 3 pages, handwritten. All about how I abandoned her in her time of need, how she was testing whether I'd fight for her, how she deserves someone who will prove their love, and how I'll regret this when she's married to someone better. Pure entitlement. But the last paragraph killed me. I know you're going to realize what you lost and come back, but I won't wait forever. You have 1 month to prove you're serious about us. Your choice. Another ultimatum. She literally learned nothing. Took a picture, sent it to my buddy. You cannot make this up. Frame that. That's exhibit A for why you made the right call. And that's where I am. She's out there playing victim while seeing gym guy, her family's harassing me, and I'm just living in peace. The consequences aren't dramatic. They're just her experiencing reality. She wanted a fairy tale. She got cause and effect. Best choice I ever made. Final update. This is it. Last update. I'm closing this chapter because honestly, I'm done giving these people headspace. The harassment continued for another week-ish. Different family members, different friends, all trying different manipulation angles. Some went for guilt. She's not sleeping, she's losing weight, you're destroying her. Some went for anger. You're going to die alone and miserable. Some went for logic that made 0 sense. What if she forgives you and gives you another chance? I blocked everyone except the cool cousin who'd been giving me heads up on family drama. She kept me posted on what was happening, which was honestly better than any TV show. Apparently my ex had a complete meltdown at the family dinner. Full breakdown about how I ruined her life and stole her best years and never really loved her. Her mom backed her completely. But her dad? According to the cousin, he said, "You gave the man an ultimatum and he called your bluff. What exactly did you expect would happen?" Caused a massive fight between the parents. Argued for days apparently. Her dad thinks she screwed up. Her mom thinks I'm Satan incarnate. But here's where everything flipped. My ex posted on social media. Long emotional caption about knowing your worth and choosing yourself and not settling for someone who doesn't see your value. The picture? Her and gym guy. Close. Intimate. Clearly together. She went Instagram official with him. Less than 3 weeks after our breakup. The comments were brutal. People calling her out for moving on so quick. Asking if she'd been cheating. Her friends tried defending her. She deserves to be happy. But it was too late. Then Jim Guy's ex-girlfriend showed up in the comments. And I'm not making this up. Interesting. This is the workout buddy you swore was nothing when I asked about her 2 months ago. Glad you finally got together. The post got deleted within an hour. But screenshots live forever. Multiple mutual friends sent them to me. She'd been emotionally cheating minimum. The ultimatum was definitely her forcing my hand with backup ready. Her best friend called me a few days later. First words, "Okay, I was completely wrong about everything." Yeah? She's been talking to that guy since like January. I swear I didn't know. She told us you were being distant and she was just venting to a friend who understood her. And you all believed her. I feel like an idiot. She manipulated all of us. Even her sister's questioning things now. Doesn't change anything for me. I know. I just wanted to apologize. You were absolutely right to walk away. She also told me my ex had been planning the ultimatum for weeks. Talked about it with multiple friends. They'd all advised against it, told her it would backfire. But she was convinced I'd panic and propose immediately. She'd even looked at venues. The manipulation was calculated from the start. This wasn't panic or emotion. It was strategy, and she was shocked when it failed. Got one final text from my ex. Her actual number, so she'd either unblocked herself or got a new phone. "I see you're keeping tabs on my life. Pathetic. I've moved on. You should too." I replied once. "I'm not keeping tabs on anything. People tell me things because your messy behavior affects mutual friends. But congrats on your relationship. Hope it works out better than your ultimatums." Blocked her, for real this time, final. That weekend I changed my number entirely. Only gave it to close friends and family. Clean slate. Ran into her dad at the hardware store though. He saw me, walked over. Hey, want you to know I don't blame you. You did the right thing. Appreciate that. She's always been this way. Wants what she wants exactly when she wants it. Her mother enabled it her whole life. I tried teaching consequences, but he shrugged. Anyway, you're a good guy. Don't let them convince you otherwise. Thanks, that means something. We shook hands and that was it, but it felt like real closure. So where am I now? Single, peaceful. My condo is completely mine again. No one's drama, no one's stuff, no one's ultimatums. Been working on myself, got back into woodworking, which I'd basically stopped because she thought it was boring. Reconnected with friends I'd drifted from because she didn't like them. Started noticing how much of myself I'd quietly shelved to keep peace. The relationship had good moments. I don't regret the time we had, but I absolutely don't regret ending it either. The ultimatum showed me exactly who she was under pressure. Manipulative, strategic, entitled. Her behavior after just confirmed it. She wanted someone who'd drop everything and propose on command. I wanted a partner who'd navigate life decisions together like adults. We were fundamentally incompatible. She got her excitement with gym guy. I got my peace and autonomy back. The revenge wasn't elaborate or dramatic. I didn't expose anything or sabotage anything or plot anything. I just let her experience the natural results of her own choices. She thought threatening me would force a proposal. It ended the relationship. She thought I'd come crawling back. I moved on completely. She thought she'd paint me as the villain. Her own actions told the real story. Sometimes the best revenge is just being genuinely okay without them. Not pretending to be okay. Actually, okay. And I'm not just okay, I'm better than I've been in years. Thanks for following this mess. Chapter closed.